Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial from ADSR and MassiveSynth.com. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel and you want to do that, you can at youtube.com/ADSR Toots. So that was a quick little playthrough of the sound we'll be making today in Massive. It's kind of an old school SID Chip hit. It's used a lot in hip hop, and you can use it, and I've heard it used a couple times in dubstep, which is pretty cool, as well as some trap. So I thought I'd share how to make that sound in Massive. So let me make a new instance of Massive and copy down the progression. And I do have some third-party delay on, but nothing too crazy, nothing you can't really get in every DAW. So let's jump right into it. First thing you're going to want to do is activate your oscillator 1, or make sure it's already activated. And you're going to keep it on the waveform, the square saw 1. Turn your wavetable position down all the way and turn your intensity down to about 25%. And leave the amp where it is and turn the filter slider up towards F1. And you can leave the pitch where it's at. And then you're going to grab your velocity crosshair and you're going to modulate the intensity up all the way. So in oscillator 2, we're going to kind of follow the same pattern. Turn the wavetable position down all the way. Turn the intensity down all of the way and modulate it with the velocity macro. And turn the amp down just a little. And on the slider, we're going to let a little through to filter 1. And on oscillator 3, we're going to do the exact same thing, but leave your F1, F2 slider right in the middle and pitch this up to positive 24, and then pitch oscillator 2 up to negative 12. And that's what we got so far. And let's introduce a little bit of white noise by modulating with our second envelope, which we will make a short, sharp decay and a short attack. And then turn on your feedback and turn it up just a little bit. And now what we're going to do while we're in this oscillator section, let's jump on over to our 5th LFO and let's drag the crosshair and modulate the pitch of each of the 3 oscillators. And the first one I'm going to bring up to about 12. Let's do 12.9. Second one I'm going to bring up to about 12.15, and the third one I'm going to take that to about positive 24. Maybe just a little higher to add some extra detune. Okay, and then because we were working in the LFO is really important to this type of sound. It's actually how we're going to get that SID chip sound. So what we're going to do is we're going to sync the 5th LFO that we've just modulated in our pitches and our oscillators, and we're going to turn the ratio to 1/32. You're going to take the crossfade and turn it all the way up, and you're going to select this waveform and then drag it in just a little. And for your bottom waveform, you're going to select the sine. And then take the amp all the way down and clear your macro 1, and we will label that SID. Okay, so now that we have that set up, let's move on to our filters. So we want a little bit of serial going on instead of just set straight to parallel. And your filter 1, you're actually going to keep open. You're just going to have it active but have no filter. And on filter 2, I'm going to take the comb filter and leave the pitch where it's at, and then turn the damping up a little and the feedback up all the way, and then turn up the slider so we're getting more sound. And the reason I'm leaving the pitch where it is that by default, the pitch on the comb filter defaults to a pitch that's playable musically. And I'm going to actually take down the mix 1 and 2 slider down to just about all the way to filter 2. Okay, so now let's, in our oscillator, let's actually restart via gate so we get a more consistent tone every time that we play the sound. And you don't have to do anything with the key track oscillating or key track filtering. But let's go to our voicing tab and let's activate the pitch cutoff and turn that up to all the way to the right, and turn this up to about 12. Actually, let's do 11.95. And on the wavetable position, do the same thing, turn it all the way up. Okay, and to really make the sound come together, we got to get the right envelope shape dialed in. So turn your attack all the way down. Turn the level, or make sure the level's all the way up. Turn the decay all the way up. Turn the level down to about 75%. And then the release just under 50. And so now you'll notice there's no SID sound. So what I'm going to do, remember this macro recreated on our 5th envelope. I did that so you could create how much SID chip sound you kind of hear. And now let's get some effects going. So in our FX1 slot, I'm going to use the coursing effect, and I'm going to turn the dry wet down a little bit and the rate down so it's not faster than our LFO. And then FX2, let's actually use the small reverb and crank the size all the way up and turn the dry wet down. I'm going to turn the color up all the way to get a little brighter tone. And I'm going to activate the EQ and add a little bit of high shelf. And that is basically the sound, guys. If you have any questions or comments, let me know below and I'll get back to them as soon as I can. And if you haven't checked out massivesynth.com, head on over there. There's a bunch of massive tutorials. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.